Hi everyone, I'm so excited to show you my Bahamas cruise scrapbook. So this was actually a much bigger project than I anticipated. It took me longer than I thought, but also I'm ahead of myself in terms of where I wanted to be this time of year, so I'm happy with that. But it did take a while to do, but I really like how it came out, and I love all the colours, and it was just a bit of a different album to do, so I was really excited to do it, and I had a really good time doing it. So it is quite chunky. I haven't ripped out the pages yet that I don't need, and there's a few little bits that I need to do, but nothing major. The first obvious being I need to put something on this page. I just can't decide whether I want to do the Bahamas or if I want to put Bahamas cruise. I'm just not sure, but I've got all the paper and everything else out that I want to do it with. I just want to make sure I get the right one. I think I want to do Bahamas cruise, but Joe seems to think it should be the Bahamas, so I don't know. But this was the one of the lanyards that you can buy on board. I didn't use this. I just really liked that it had the ship name on there, so I've just attached it to its spine. But yeah, so it's quite a chunky album, and yeah, just go through it. So we went on the 27th of November 2023, and I was originally just going with Joe, but then my two friends added on. So we had booked our flights and everything, and then they added on. So we were going to Orlando, and then we were spending a couple of nights there before getting on a cruise on the Monday to the Friday, and then we were flying home Saturday evening. So it was just a quick sort of trip, but it was really fun to be able to just jump on a cruise for 4 nights and go to the Bahamas, because obviously being from Europe, we don't have things, tropical islands like that just within, a drive away from us. So it's just really cool to be able to do that. And it's just, yeah, the Bahamas is a very luxurious destination for us in the UK. Like, to fly there is, easily £2,000 each, and then to stay there is very expensive. So it's a very luxury destination. So the idea of being able to just get on a cruise for a couple of $100s was mind-blowing to me. So yeah, we had to do it. So I thought that was really good. We did actually manage to find a postcard with the Bahamian Islands, which was really fun. I always like to start my album off with a map. And then these are just some bits of us going, really. I loved that the car park, I don't normally take pictures of the car park, but I love that it had, you can just see it there, it says Terminal 3 launch pad, which I just thought was really cool, because obviously it's all like the Space Coast down near Port Canaveral. Then these are our boarding passes, and this was one of our luggage tags. We had to go through a separate sort of, not security or anything like that, but we had to get our passports and visas checked, because we were obviously coming from the UK, from Europe. We weren't a US citizen, so we did have to provide passports and things, and we had to get these little stamps to say that they've checked our visas and things. But yeah, it was really fun. I used up the entire kit that I bought on board, which is always nice. I say I used up the entire kit. I did. I just have one paper and one embellishment left, and it's because it has Mexico written on it, and I don't want to use that for this one. So I'll stash that away for when we do go back to Mexico, if we do. But yeah, so I just like how this all came out, all the colours and everything. So just some bits around the ship. We love cruising. We don't do it often enough, really, but we love sort of unique cruising. We wouldn't do a Mediterranean cruise, because, to be fair, we've been to a lot of the Mediterranean cities that they go to, and also it's not the same as like the islands where, here you're literally docked in the centre. You can just walk off and do things. Sometimes when, in European ports, you're dropped at the port, and then you're a good hour away from things. So yeah, we enjoy going to further destinations on the cruise, and we loved our Norwegian Fjords cruise. This was obviously the Bahamas and things. We'd love to do a Caribbean cruise, and we'd love to do an Alaskan cruise, so one day. But yeah, we really enjoy looking around cruise ships and just seeing all the different styles and everything. But I loved all the sort of branding they had on everything, like the benches and the lifeboats and everything like that, and obviously the famous carnival funnel. But yeah, this was just some information about, just good to know about what to do on the ship if you need anything. And then this was all about our cabin. So we did actually pay a little bit more, nothing extravagant, because it was only a 4-night cruise, but we did pay for an ocean view, so we did actually get a window this time. So this was our cabin here. It was quite big, actually. I think it was bigger than the one we had on P&O, but that was an inside cabin. This was the bathroom. The light was terrible, but I obviously wanted a picture of the bathroom. And then this is a picture from the cabin, from the doorway sort of thing. And then this was just the view of the boats outside our window. So that's nice. And then we obviously got a card from our stateroom attendant, which was nice. So these are just some pictures of us when we're sort of getting ready to sail away. We sat down on the sunbeds and just sort of enjoyed watching as we were cruising along. The sun was really lovely that day, and we were very lucky with the weather. It was a little bit cloudy in Orlando, but then when we went on the cruise, it was nice and sunshine. So yeah, got some really cool photos of us just on board. This I need to attach with a piece of string. This is just an extra key card actually, because we had to, on the day of departure, we had to put our bags outside our rooms, and I stupidly put my key card in my bag that I was packing away. So then I put my bag in my suitcase, left that outside the door. They then took it, and then the next day when I needed my key card to get off the ship when we were disembarking, I didn't have it, so I had to go down to guest relations and go get another key card. So that's how I ended up with another key card. But yes, I'm going to put that on there, and then there's obviously just a little story of how I ended up with another key card. But I love this because this was the plastic pocket that came off the lanyard, so I've just used that to put that in there. So yes, that will go in there. Then these are the fun times, so we got one each day. We got this one when we arrived. It just says what's happening obviously on each day, and obviously it's got like top things that are happening. So we did go to the sail away party and things like that, but we didn't do loads of stuff whilst we was on board, to be fair, because we were off the ship a lot of the time, and on the sea day we just tended to chill out really. But yeah, these are just some pictures of the deck and obviously how busy it was, and obviously both our normal key cards. Then just some more pictures of us sailing away, so obviously going down the coast of Florida. This was the sail away party, how busy it was. It was just a crowd of people. But it was really good because it was really fun music and everything. I love this Jolly's Boutique sticker. Just says cruising, but it just suited it because it was quite fun and the colours matched it nicely. Then just some random little pictures. I love this sunset picture that I got. We got towel animals every day, so you'll see a few of those as we go through. And then I did take myself for a little wander, and I love the fact that when you're on a cruise ship, you can just go into the all-inclusive. And just eat whatever you want, so you can go back as many times as you want. And I decided to go get some of these little cakes, and obviously this is like the funfetti cake, I think it's called, the carnival cake. So I thought that was quite nice, and the Bavarian was really nice as well. And I love these cards obviously that came with the kit. It just says like my favorite things, and I could write about what I really enjoyed. So again, some more pictures of just the Liberty. So it's a very Italian Art Deco style ship. It's not modern in any sort of way, but it's quite fun. And yeah, I just really enjoyed it. I don't really have a preference of styles or anything like this. Like obviously it's always nice to have modern things, but I do like, you know, random and quirky things as well. So I did actually really enjoy the decoration of this ship. Had all like gothic sort of chandeliers and stuff like that, and like the elevators and stuff just look really cool. So yeah, I got some pictures there. Then on our first full day, so the Tuesday, obviously we set sail about 5 o'clock, but the next day we was in Nassau. I don't think we got in until about 10:30. So we had some time to get some breakfast. This is our sort of breakfast that we had every day. We sort of sat by the water. I loved this lemon muffins that they had on board, and the melon and things like that. And then Joe and I went for a nice walk around the deck, and we actually played table tennis for a bit as well. So this was us arriving into Nassau. There was another cruise ship. There was a couple of cruise ships either side of us, so we weren't alone. But Nassau is obviously infamous for how many cruise ships come in. I think most stop there on itineraries. So yeah, it was really fun. But this was the Atlantis, our sort of first view of the Atlantis as we were coming in to the port. So yeah, really, really fun. And then obviously we were getting off it. So we've got some really cool pictures of the ship. You don't tend to get the good photos of the ship until you're in the port, because when you're at the, when you're getting on it, there's always the stairs and the walkways and stuff sort of blocking your view. But the minute you're in port, you get some nice photos. I love this little sign. It just says sharks playing, so no swimming. So I thought that was quite fun. But yeah, it's just a really fun sort of colours. I thought I was going to struggle, but I actually really enjoyed it. It was nice to use up these colours and stickers that I've not used for a while, all the little gems and things. So we got some pictures of us with the ship. And then this was just, they only did this for Nassau, but I got a pull out of just information about Nassau and the dock and everything like that. So but I didn't get one for Bimini. It was just just Nassau that I got that one for. So we did actually have an excursion booked, but we did have time to have a wander around, and the Bahamas was beautiful. People have a bit wary of Nassau, I think, and I think when we first booked this, I didn't think we'd be doing the excursion that we did. I thought we would be doing like an island tour or something just to get used to the island, but we actually ended up doing swimming with pigs with my friends. But if I do think we're going to be back, but should we go back, I'd like to do like an island tour and see a bit more of Nassau. But we just had a wander around the port, went to the straw market and things, but I loved the sort of paradise, tropical Caribbean island vibes that they had at the port. They had all the stalls and things opening up. And this was like the straw market, so they were still sort of setting up, but there was still plenty open. So we actually got a magnet, because we didn't know when we'll get a magnet from the Bahamas. So we wanted to get one as soon as we could. So yeah, I got one from there, but it was just fun to look around and experience a little bit of Nassau before we did our excursion. So these are some bits of us going on to the excursion. So we had to wait by the port at 11:30. We got these tickets, but then I had to give them away. So I took a picture of them because I knew they were going to go from me. But these are the envelope that it came in, which was fun. So yeah, we was on the boat over to Pearl Island. So we were doing the Swimming Pigs and Sunke Beach Club with lunch excursion. So it involved like a 30-minute boat journey over to Pearl Island, and then we were going to swim with the pigs, and then we had a bit of time before coming back. So these were our wristbands to we had like given a time of when we were going with the pigs. So ours was 12:15. So there was some really nice views, obviously going out on the boat. The water was so clear. We got some really good views of the Atlantis. And then coming into Pearl Island, the water was so clear and just so pretty. I love the Caribbean. I want to do more of the Caribbean. We just haven't seemed to do so at the moment. But yeah, really pretty. And then just some more pictures of Pearl Island. So just some quirky little things. They had like a big sign that said Pearl Island. And I love these signs that had where everything was. It's all just very colourful. This was like a snippet from a brochure that said what excursion we were doing. So then these are just some pictures from Pearl Island. So we had some time before and some time after just to explore the little island. It was really nice. As I said, the weather was lovely. They had a load of conches, which I've never seen in real life. So they had them all out on the rocks there. And then they had like a little conch bar. People had them in their boats and they were selling them. But I love this sign. It says, if you're reading this, congrats, you're in the Bahamas and not your friends. So I thought that was quite cute. And then this was mainly afterwards. We were just sunbathing and we actually went swimming in the sea and things. So I just got some pictures there. And this was our lunch, which was really good. Like a barbecue Caribbean lunch. So yeah, I loved using, as I said, all the embellishments. They all just match really nicely. I did use a lot of my recollection stickers as well. Like I had a sticker book full of like tropical sort of island holidays. And I used lots of those. So then swimming with the pigs, I had so many photos. There are so many pictures of swimming with the pigs. I didn't mean to print off so many, but I ended up with loads. So there's a couple of pages. But these were sort of our guides. They were called Pig Daddies. They had really cool signs around that said pigs are friends, not food. And we just saw some of the pigs before they came out. They gave us like a debrief and everything like that before they all came swarming towards us. But they had really nice swings and stuff there. So we were able to get some nice pictures of all of us and obviously getting some pictures of us in the background. This actually came from a travel magazine that I knew I was wanting to use at some point. So I was very happy when I got to use that. And I love this sticker. It's like a little beach sticker with a sailing thing. And I had all these little pig stickers. So I just added him in there. So then this is like just the start of all the pig pictures. I do apologise for how many there are. They just all came off my GoPro and I couldn't sort of narrow them down. So I just thought I'll have them all and I'll cut them down. And they tell a story. You can see people's like expressions and stuff. I just think it's really fun. So yeah, lots and lots of pictures of us with the pigs. So we got given like a cup full of apple and chicken sausages to feed the pigs with. And they were just so cute. They were really friendly. They weren't boisterous or anything. And, you know, they were just happy. They all went in the sea and had a paddle and things like that. And it was just, yeah, it was really cute. I love this sticker that I got. I found it in a souvenir shop and I had to have it because obviously with the pigs. And I love taking my GoPro away because it obviously, one, it records a lot of stuff, but also I can take photos from there, and this is pretty much where all the photos came from. My friends obviously took some and we shared them all, but I did take loads of videos on my GoPro and just took the videos from them. But yeah, some really fun pictures of all of us. I love this one with us, me and Joe, the pigs in the background. And these are some of my favourite ones. This one, we were literally crying with laughter for a while over this one, because my friend tried to get a picture with a selfie with the pig, and she ended up getting a picture of just its nipples. So it just really made us laugh after the day. And I like this one because they're like pigs following Joe into the sea, even though he has absolutely nothing on him. You know, Joe was just going to go for a paddle, but the pig wanted to be his friend. So yeah, just really cute little pictures of the pigs. As I said, they were really friendly. There were some little ones that were really cute, and there were some big ones that were so gentle, but yeah, it was just really fun. So just some more pictures of us. We did actually meet a little baby pig. So yeah, just really fun times. It's something that I didn't think I was going to do. You read about it and see it all the time, but it's until you're actually there, it's amazing actually that I've been to the Bahamas and I fed the pigs. So we've done quite a few animal feeding things really. We've done this, then we did the deer feeding in Japan, and then we've just done the reindeer feeding in Tromsø, Norway. So we love animals. It's always nice to do things a bit different. Yeah, some more pictures. This one makes me laugh. They all had like sand on their nose because they're all like digging for food and things. Another sticker that I got from Nassau. And then we're going back to the island, and as I said, we did some snorkeling and just sunbathing and things. Joe and I in the water, my friend with a snorkel. She took my GoPro and she saw some fish and things like that. So that was really nice. And then we headed back. But on the way back, we had a bit of a tour. They actually spoke about some of the expensive houses that were down the sort of the ocean. So like this yacht is being used on Below Deck, the series. It's Michael Jordan's house, Beyonce and Jay-Z's, Tiger Woods, Tom Cruise, them sort of things. So that's really fun. I always like little quirky things. I didn't expect that. So it's always nice to have little snippets of information. Then we went back to the ship. So the sun was setting and got a really nice picture of the cruise ship, just with the sun sort of going down. And then, yeah, just walking along with the palm trees. This postcard I actually sent home, so I won't flip open, but I've just got like a bit of information under there about the day and things, but I managed to find a postcard to send home. And then it was a sea day the next day, but I wanted to do some bits and pieces about food. Obviously, it was all buffet, really. We went to the dining room once or twice, but we mainly went to the buffet. So like our typical sort of breakfast, our typical sort of lunch. I loved their meatball lasagna that they did. Obviously, the salads was really lovely, and like the chicken and mashed potatoes and things like that. And then as we did go to the dining room once, I think, for dinner and once for breakfast. But I did have the chocolate melting cake that's famous on Carnival, and this was just like an example of their dinner menu. We went to Guy's Burger Joint one day, and I got given like some paper underneath your food, so I obviously kept some, cut that bit out, but that's a big photo of the sign. And then same with the Blue Iguana Cantina, I just kept a little bit of the paper. I had tacos, I think, for that. So this was a fun day. So obviously just at sea, just sort of exploring the ship. We actually just sunbathed and things, but I got a nice picture of the ship with the water slide. We actually went to the Serenity, the adult only section, and sunbathed there. And then we did actually find some ducks. So cruising ducks is a thing, and we did actually find some. So we found 3. I took a picture of each of them, and I kept all their luggage labels, their tags. So this was this one. Then you've got this one, which is this one. And then this little passport one, which came from the Christmas tree one. So yeah, really, really fun. I loved that thing. I was so excited when I found a duck. And we found 3, so that's really fun. And then Carnival's known for its towel animals, and one day they had all the towel animals sort of on sunbeds and things, so obviously I had to take some pictures of those. They're all around the pool and things. I just thought that was really fun. Then just some more pictures of the ship, really. So we got another fun times for that day. It was actually the Honour Military Appreciation Day, so they had some bits going on about that. I actually went in by accident, really. I didn't realise what was happening, but there was a, I think it might have been this gathering, but we just sat down and listened for a bit. It was just nice to just see what was happening. There's some of the bars, the quirky bars that they had on board. And yeah, as I said, it was obviously appreciating their military, so they had the US flag out in the lobby, which was fun. And then we did actually go to the mega deck party, because I put little arrows here about which ones we actually attended properly. We went to the Love and Marriage show, which was so funny, and then we went to the mega deck party, which was this one. So yeah, it was just nice to have a fun time with friends. Then this was just about the Christmas tree. So obviously it was decorated for Christmas whilst we were there. So I got some good pictures of us next to the Christmas tree and things. I used one of my glittery tags just to write about that. And they had this little post box where you could write things to Santa. So obviously I just took one of the letters and I just wrote about what I enjoyed about the ship, and then got another little towel animal, which I thought was cute. So our last port of call and our sort of last full day was Bimini. So in the morning we just had a wander around the ship, us coming into Bimini, and this is when we actually went to the main dining room for breakfast, and I had pancakes, which was really nice. We were just going to go for a sunbathe really this day. We didn't have any excursions or anything, but we did get another fun times with what was happening, which was nice. And then just some pictures. So the little sign that says welcome to Bimini, another of the ship, us coming into Bimini, and then we did actually see some of the sharks. I didn't know this was a thing, but Bimini sharks are a thing. People go there to see the sharks. So yeah, we saw some in the water as we were walking along the pier. And then we just had a bit of a wander around just to see what the island had. It was a very, very quiet island. I think it's pretty much just used for tourism. We didn't see anything else. So we just saw the port or the harbour. They didn't have many boats or anything like that, but there's some nice palm trees and things. But they did have like a little signage that said like what was happening through time of Bimini. And then we decided to sit on this beach. We didn't pay for sun lounges or anything because it was very expensive. So we just sat on our towels and just relaxed on the beach, and just we could see the cruise ship in the distance, which was really fun. And another postcard that I got. But yeah, it was very paradise island sort of vibes, the blue waters. We did actually go swimming a couple of times, and the sand was so white. And again, just some more pictures. I found these really cool shells. I think some woman thought they were mine because she asked if she could borrow them. I said, I've just found them, you can have them. So I was just taking pictures of them, and I could see her taking pictures of them. So yeah, that was really cool to see such big shells on the beach. And again, just enjoying the nice beach vibes. And that's just on the beach. A picture of my friends just sort of facing out the ocean. They were properly in the sun. We tried to be in the shade a little bit because it was very warm. We actually went back earlier than we thought because it was very warm. We're not really sunbathers, to be honest. We like to sit in the sun and read our books, but if it's too hot, we like to just go inside, really. Then this was the most expensive drink I've ever bought in my life. This was like nearly $25. I should have asked before how much it was, but I just didn't even think about it. There was no prices or anything, but I really wanted it. It looked so nice, and I just thought, oh well, we didn't spend much more money, to be fair, on the cruise because obviously everything was included. So this was my spending money really. But yeah, it was a really nice drink. It was non-alcoholic, but it was a pineapple sort of slushy drink. It was really, really good, but it was just expensive. And yeah, one of those things you live and learn really, but I enjoyed it. So I had to get as many pictures as I could with it so that I could appreciate it. And then this was our last day really. So we headed back on the ship. We had a nice sort of evening, and we got another towel animal that said thank you. You know, you'll be going off the next day sort of thing, so thanks for traveling with Carnival. And yeah, some more little towel animals, which I thought was cute. And I love this card that had like date, ship, our course, and what I've seen, so I could write a little bit about what we did. Then these were our little debarkation tags that we had to use. And then the last page is just a letter basically that got given, information about what was happening, what time we needed to be off the ship, what time we needed to be out of the stateroom, what time the breakfast was opening, all that sort of stuff. So that was really good, just to sort of remind us what we needed to do. And I said that little card that came on the elephant, I've just stuck in here. So I thought that was nice. And then just another luggage label that we had to use for our suitcase. So yeah, so that was our 5-day 4-night cruise to the Bahamas. As I said, we'll probably end up going back at some point because I'd like to see a bit more of the islands, you know, the local life and things like that. So a lot of cruises go to Nassau at least. So I do see us going back on another cruise. And hopefully seeing a bit more of the Bahamas. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. And my next one will be Monaco. So I've just got a few things ordered for that one. So I'm hoping to be able to start it ASAP, but just see when my deliveries come in for that. But yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed this one and I'll be back shortly. Thank you very much. Bye.